Jai Shri Krishna. So, as part of exposing the dangerous school books and how they lie, today we are going to see a video on chemistry, ICSE syllabus, living science. This book is a horrible book saying different kinds of lies and different things. So, from now on, we're going to expose each one of those stupid books with lots of crazy information. So, the opening page itself says, saying by Jawaharlal Nehru, "It is science that alone can solve the problems of hunger and poverty, of insanitization and illiteracy, of superstition and deadening custom and tradition, of vast resources of running to waste, or rich country inhabited by starving people, who indeed could afford to ignore science today. At every turn we have to seek its aid. The future belongs to science and those who make friends with science." So what does he mean by that? Let's see the second line. Of superstition and deadening custom and tradition. What does he mean by that? So our custom and our Vedas and Shastras are deadening. Who said that? The sati was started, the horrible, or as they call it horrible, even I feel that's wrong, sati, but still this was done because the Mughals and the invaders were troubling Indian women. So the Indian women themselves used to quit their lives on account of their husband's death. It was later it became forceful because of people being misguided by Shastras which were changed by stupid foreign scholars who came to India changing these Shastras. Do you know why Englishmen have carried so many different Vastu Vidya, many different kinds of architecture and scriptures and everything to their country? Even now, the greatest book, Ravana Shastra or Ravana Grantha or all of these things are still present in the US. How is this? Because they want to destroy our culture, and that's why they call our culture deadening custom. And who the hell is talking about this? Is Jawaharlal Nehru. And why is he? Because he became the Prime Minister of India. And why did he become the Prime Minister of India? Well, it's all because of the Illuminati. People are not understanding this. These stupid people are all being hired by big 13 families who rule the world. And now let's go to the next one. Elements. Robert Boyle was the first scientist to define the term element in 1661. As if there were no elements before. The atomic theory and all of these things were done by the Vedic people. It was not by this Robert Boyle, somebody from some 1661. From where did they get the information? They had come to India to search for the texts and the manuscripts and then stole everything and took it off. So that was because of them. They are evil. They have stolen our culture. So that's why we should never believe any school book who says Robert Boyle, this Boyle, that Boyle. No, it is our Vedic people, it is our Indians, and it is our Shastras who are educating everybody in the world. Even now, Indians working in foreign countries are actually more technical, they have more technicality than even the locals there. And in every sense, Indians are great. India is great. And let's not call it India, I'm really sorry to say that too. Let's call it Bharata. Now we should go to the next one. Here, know your scientist John Dalton. Now let's see. Atomic theory. Again, how can some scientists in 1766 come up with an atomic theory as if there were no atoms before this? Atomic theory and all of these things were made by previous ancient scientists. We all knew about the Paramatma, the Anu, Paramanu, and all of these things. Atma, Paramanu, Anu, and all of these things were exactly related to this and could not be breakable. All of these different kinds of things were made by our ancient Vedic seers at the past ages. From where did this John Dalton come and sit with his atomic theory? This is all just a lie. They have read the scriptures and then said John Dalton is the inventor of the atomic theory. Where did this information come from? Now let's see the next one, 69th. So you could see the 69th page of this book. So, fertilizers. Nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium are regarded as essential plant nutrients. Other elements such as calcium, magnesium, zinc, manganese and sulfur are required in minute quantities and are called secondary nutrients. Thus, in order to maintain soil fertility, it's necessary to add materials containing nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium in the form of fertilizers. Well, let's read the next paragraph to know more about this horrible information. Fertilizers are man man-made chemical substances that contain one or more nutrients essential for the growth of plants. Very great. Fertilizers are easy to store and handle. Since they are soluble in water, they directly absorbed by plants and increase in the productivity of plants. Do we know how many suicides have been committed by farmers? Till now it's more than 5 lakh people. From 1989 or let's take 1998 or something. From there till now 2017, or let's take 2018 itself. 2017 will be the last. There are more than 5 lakh farmers who have committed suicide. For what is that? Taking loans and liabilities from big different kinds of banks who are selling, just giving loans for fertilizers in form of fertilizers. So let's see one more sentence. It is necessary to add materials containing nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium in the form of fertilizers. What do they mean by this? It's necessary to add. What do they mean by this crazy information? It's necessary. There were so many different kinds of things. I would suggest one, Jivamrita and Dashaparani Kashaya. What is this crazy thing teaching people to put fertilizers? You know how many farmers have committed suicide? It's all because of this. So, we will stand up against all of these silly information given in schools and pushed into brains of children. We have to understand as children and as humans that studying these kinds of books is a waste. I got these books from a place when I was trying to study homeschool, but at that time I found that these books are an absolute waste. We can study them for academic purpose but not use them in life. They are a waste. Absolute waste. And next, page 70, let's see one more thing. Pesticides and fungicides. Okay. One more, let's see. Phosphatic fertilizers. Adequate phosphorus in the soil is essential for better crop yields. Phosphorus helps plants to develop roots, flowers and fruits. Well, why is this crazy thing there here? Why is phosphorus fertilizer needed? Chemical fertilizers. Just giving lots of money to big fertilizer companies. And next thing, pesticides and fungicides. Pests are the living organisms that damage crops. They may be rodents or insects. Man-made chemicals that are used to kill pests are called pesticides. DDT, BHC. Let's see a problem with DDT. How many people have died because of this? And GM. What is GM? It is the Green Revolution. What is Green Revolution? It is the revolution to destroy farmers and food of India. And why is this done? Well, my friends, it is for the Illuminati, for the population agenda. Agenda 21. Now let's see, continue. So, BHC, benzene hexachloride and malathion, all of these things are extremely dangerous and can cause cancer and death in human beings. So what is this for? It's depopulation. It's Agenda 21 that is being sold to people in form of books, school books, or in form of papers, in form of fake scientific researches and all of these things. So, let's continue. 114th page of the same book. Let's see. Waterborne diseases. At the side we have a paragraph saying proper disinfection of water to kill and prevent growth of disease-causing microorganisms is necessary. So what is this? Adapting the US way of living, adding chlorine inside the water, spoiling your hair, adding toxic amounts of fluoride into the water so that you die of some madness and fall on the road, and then they carry you very nicely with Siddharamaia's new different kinds of machines to carry you to the graveyard. That is the truth. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to kill people. It's the truth. We have to start believing it. We have to start doing something against this. Proper disinfection. What is proper disinfection? That means they are trying to kill us. What is the disinfection in modern day? Chlorine and fluoride. Industrial waste is being poured on one side. Next, to clean the industrial waste, they pour toxic amounts of fluoride inside. So what happens? Somehow we are all full of toxins, and then we die. Simple. So that's for you. Chemistry book, ICSE syllabus. And if you want to read this again, remember what we have seen today in this video. This book is an absolute waste. Any book. I would not accuse one particular publisher. I would say in a total listing that all of these people are liars. They're being paid by the people to write the same things. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.